Hey, I'm recording, but okay. My stream was delayed. I was just waiting, but hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Push to Podium. It's actually our 10th episode, which is like it's cool that the series lasted longer than 2 episodes, but at the same time it would have been even better if I got rank 3 already. All right. So last time I streamed was Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday. I played one match after the stream just to reclaim rank 4, which I'm glad is all it took because it was a really kind of a rough day. We were like 2 and 6 or something. But I got rank 4 back, and then yesterday I played for my daily wins, and I got 2 wins in a row. So hopefully we have a little bit of padding here in rank 4. And with any luck, we'll be able to push up to rank 3 within the next episode or two. But honestly, hard to say. It's going to be really hard competing with oh wait, Shirk. That might be even harder because I know that Argon's pushed quite a bit too. So we got our work cut out for us if we're going to try and break top 3 here. Park ended. I did not get a banana. I started a Pup Voice radar just because it's one of the cooler Lumas, low percent I don't have yet. One I'm planning to get with a radar anyways. Sort of accidentally bought a radar and then ran after the second encounter. Too much Park. Sucks because it was an expensive radar too, but we're 100 encounters into this one now. I was just running it. I was doing my homework a little bit. Nothing special today. I did 30 craft another team. It was kind of like a control team with speed control Lowaddle, like double Ice Shuriken Mimit with. It was just interesting. I realized that most of the top teams actually have a pretty severe electric weakness. So I thought maybe double Golzy and double Zalbian would be really strong. But I really don't want to switch up teams this late into the season. And I'd rather just continue with this team. Maybe if I ever swap teams, it'll be back to my MSI team. But yep, we'll just try and get a few wins today. It's not going to be a super long stream. I do have I have a club meeting later tonight. It's a board game club at my school. Gonna be playing some Jackbox. It's always fun to do. Also, after like every stream, I end up adjusting the volume of my Spotify. So if it's ever too loud or too quiet, just let me know. I try and watch it because I have like a little sound bar on the side of my screen. But sometimes it escapes me a little bit. Also, for those keeping up with my announcements, the sub goal we had to get to 25 and get some new emotes, that's going well. We're in the very early stages of the the emote creation, but should be seeing those in the next couple weeks here. Maybe even like a week or two if we're lucky. That'll just be for Twitch viewers though, sorry YouTube. I think there's some way to get emotes on YouTube, but it's just less of a chance to use them. And at the current time, I don't plan on streaming on YouTube at all. Wow, it's been a long time, Shatish. I thought you died. I'm glad to see you're doing well. I just got out of a call with Shatish. We're just chatting. I told him that this really ain't the best meta to spam neutrals in. He's a bit sad because he loves his neutral spam. Double Venks, double move flank shenanigans. I should say he loves Mimit and Lowaddle more than anything though. Double Yowler's now bad. It offers like nothing. You don't have control pressure, you don't have speed pressure, you don't have offensive pressure. All you do is you have two walls sitting in front of you that can chip you down slowly. The only good thing double Yowler's able to do is get Winter's Call off without freezing the other Yowler. Which, like, it is pretty good. But getting 5 hold off on 2 Yowlers, both of them better be set up well already. And if you're that set up on Yowlers, I think you've already won. The idea is that you outstat them, but it can only take 4 hits on average, which is kind of meh for something that slow. It's pretty rough when taking 4 hits on average is not enough. That's 2 double-ins. Which gives the other slot 2 free turns. But yeah, I definitely get what you're saying, and I kind of agree. Heyo, senpai. Welcome. Ah, darn. Something else I was going to mention. I've been watching some gym leader Ed on YouTube lately. I think that's his name. He covers a lot of monster catcher or creep, just content for the genre, basically. And through him, I found out that there's another Dragon Quest Monsters game coming out, and I'm gonna pick it up for sure. I'm actually probably gonna stream that. It'll be in December. I played the second game. I skipped the third one, if that was even here in the US. I think they may have passed us over with that one. So I know that there's been some people asking for a little bit more varied content. And that's something I'm probably going to look into streaming. It'll come out in December, though. So there's a couple months of waiting. But if anyone's interested in that, just look out for it. I don't know if there's going to be PvP or anything resembling a competitive scene in the game, but it'd be cool if there is. You want a tournament this Saturday? Yeah, I was actually watching your opponent in the finals. But yeah, winning a tournament's really impressive. So that was pretty cool. Don't worry, I wasn't helping him out. I wasn't going to give you a disadvantage. Not that I don't think he needed help. You played really well. Although I was a bit sad. I ran out of... After your match, the content ended. Saw you fight. Yeah, yep. We were sitting in Starla's server. There was a whole bunch of us in the call. Rorik was streaming for us. I was also like at the same time watching the league match that was going on. My attention was a little split, but I can follow 2 Temtem games at once as long as I'm not playing in them. You were nervous? Hey, well, you got the win. Was that your first one? So you got the kudos and all? Oh, that's awesome. It's a good one to get knocked out. I know that one. I basically just played tournaments until I got the kudos. I finally hit on it, and I have not played since. I've signed up for a couple just so that there was enough people to start one for anyone who wanted to play. But I haven't played more than like the first round in any. I probably should. It's actually a decent way to get ETCs now, considering how scarce those are, but I'm hoping to just grind mythical layers in 1.5. That's right. There were actually a couple competitive leaks today. We got a note of amphitheater buffs It got some stat buffs, which kind of whatever. It was expected because so many people asked for it. But also settling is getting it's getting settling over infectious. And I'm assuming that settling is going to be changed in some way. Not sure how. Maybe it'll just be plus special attack as well as attack. Or they'll just change it entirely. And then we also got a Petrify leak. What Petrify is going back to 2 hold. Oh, come on, not be flattened. Not the Maniac. No. But it also overexerts the opponent, which is really cool. Hello, boss Kippy. This thing settling is going to be able to take 1 more turn to activate in both attack and special attack. I could definitely see that, for sure. But it's like they also don't seem to want to give free stats. So I could see it being something like every other turn get a damage boost or something. Laura, hello, welcome. Sidepad ban means I have to ban Hedgen. Being orange side against Hedgen when you have sidepad is really good matchup wise. I'm doing well. How about you? Just starting off stream that hopefully goes have a good comp day today. Do I stream daily? Well, just about. I probably upwards of 5 or 6 days a week. But I don't have a set schedule or anything. It's just when I have time. I just happen to have a lot of time right now because I'm in college. Put SciPad on your own team again, as you've had it on before but removed and carried a game. Your opponent ignored it fully. Yeah, SciPad's really strong. But it's also, I feel like it's pretty balanced. Because it's got an awful type chart, even though it is fast and highly offensive. What do? I am currently the 4th ranked player in Temtem. So basically all I do is spam competitive games. Usually get in an average of probably 6 to 8 every stream. I don't like Platimus, and it's also kind of stopping my Venom spread combo. But I'm not sure if there's camo on this Nestler or not, which would throw everything off. There's also probably handcuffs on the Volphy, and Windburst on the, or Feather Gatling on the Vola. You're a graphic designer and can make something for my channel. I've actually got ties with another graphic designer, so I really appreciate the offer. But sorry, I'm a bit of a loyal guy. And I actually just put in an order for a whole new batch of emotes, so even if I had really wanted to, I've already got everything I need. I really appreciate the offer, though. Alright, I think the Volphy's just gonna stay in and try and take the Volphy for Chromion trade. Neo, hello, welcome. Go easy on him. His whole team is super fast. I'm actually really worried about it. I, yeah, sorry, Laura. Gonna have to pass. I wish you luck, though. Wind burst, so it is aerobic. Discord? Sure, sure. Is it dead Chromion? It do be a dead Chromion. I'm curious how much speed's in the Volerin though, because my 2-wire outsped it, so it's not max speed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's more or less just a stream hopper. It doesn't mean I'm gonna treat them horribly, because it at least seems like or like an actual person rather than a bot, though. Why did I pick Orphil this game? I guess I wanted the for Chimerian, but that was not smart. I'm gonna try. Yeah, 2-wire dies here if he doubled. No. On the bright side, 2-wire resists everything Volerin wants to do now. On the downside, Turbine never kills this Chimerian. But I don't know if Soil Steam would either, so that's why I have to double in. If I knew Soil Steam killed, I would just get damage on the Volerant instead. Don't even want 2-wire on the board. Problem is that I want to get Grumper in safely. Well, yeah. Yeah, I want 2-wire to die so I can bring in Grumper. That's true. That is true. Like, Moonflank's gonna be the biggest pain in my side. But Orphil can deal with that as long as I can get to an endgame. Without Tolkien and Volerant. He tried to front whip on Shim. That's super risky. Like that, no, that never kills. He had to hope I doubled in to the Volerant. I would have at least sharp leafed. Maybe he doesn't have it. I'm not. T-Strike has to one-shot Tolkien, right? Nice, GG. I still have Orphan. Ugh. I have to use Soil's team just so I make sure I OX to death in case I get ignored. I mean, I guess I don't have to. I'm like, there's nothing he can do against Grumper. Grumper one-shots Volerend. Yeah, see, he did try and leave the Turok alive. I actually did 50% to the Turok, which is interesting, or the Tolkien. I mean, he kind of just has to ignore Orphill and go for the Grumper right now. But that neither one helps him, because Orphill still claims Tolkien's remaining 49% if ignored. He's not a good person. He'll take Orphill out. Look, he didn't take either of them out. GG's B flattened. I feel like since... How fast is that Turok? What Turok? I only have it too fast. It is quite speedy. I can show you the spread. 241. 0-8 today. Oh, that is really rough. Can't say you've seen a Turok that fast. Well, I bet you haven't seen a Grumper or a Broccolum as fast as I've got either. Should always outspeed Whip with Soil. Yeah. Yeah, because max speed Shimurian's like 304. I think this song's just a bit louder than the other ones for some reason. Max speed Shimurian's like 304. And base speed Turok is 162. Just an unlucky day facing some scam teams and others were too close for comfort. Yeah, the game could have gone completely differently if I was on blue side. Because you're kind of forced to ban Saipat in the Hedgeon matchup. But otherwise, I'm forced to ban Hedgen, and you don't have to ban Saipat. Because if I don't have Saipat, I have a much harder time getting rid of Hedgen. I know I have Turok and Hedgen, Turok and Grumper, but then I have to deal with Generify. And it is much more difficult. You're afraid of 1.5 Naga with Chim? I think a lot of people are, and I think it's completely justified. Right now, Chim is basically just held back by the fact it doesn't have a good nature move. D3, D2 to D2, D2, and already have 2 losses. Oh. And I think it's just good to take a break at that point and just try and refresh and come back another day. I'm not really sure. Gonna be hard with 6 days left to get legend with the 6 or the 10 wins. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to break top 3, but I do have the legend rewards at least, so. Domenicalo. Normal speed Nagas. Yeah, I mean, we kind of have to see normal speed Nagas. You'll leak a team code for good win rate. It was funny. A couple times I've been team building, just trying to counter the meta, and I end up with essentially the same thing as my MSI team. It's kind of funny how strong that team still is. It's just silly. Probably your last season. That's sad to hear, but I can't blame you. I understand. I hope the patch is going to be good. I think the leaks we saw today are really interesting for sure. But I think that there's definitely some larger comp issues, TMR and matchmaking that they have to deal with. And I just don't think that's a priority for them right now, for Crema. Just have to counter Mao, Adoro, Naga, Tuai, or Anatan. I never see Anatan except when Ortigan's playing it. But Mao and Naga Tyrannac cores are the bane of my existence. So many issues not getting addressed, just dumping content and adding more problems. Yeah, I mean, next update, the 1.5 is going to be really interesting. If they announce Umbras, and they release them all at once, and each of them has like a new sprite or it looks like super cool, then I would forgive them for a lot of negligence. Because I know that something like that would take a long time, and it's a huge interest for PvE players. But if even the mythical in the new route, I know has taken a lot of time. Plus, Crema did it more or less say that they were working on another. They were pretty far in development in another game, so they're probably splitting their time elsewhere, knowing that Temtem's just going to kind of be around for a while. Plus, I mean, in the last week or whatever, they're dealing with the Unity stuff. You're about a best of one Guile. You don't know if Temtem can take 1 or 2 more bad patches. I think that there's a lot of players that will stick with Temtem no matter how bad it gets. But at the same time, once Temtem truly does die, and maybe they... does it open the source code or whatever, allow other people, like players, to work on it, they might be able to. Like players adding stuff could be really cool potentially, and fix some of the jank and issues we have. But I feel like it could be a long time till we get there. Hello, Niffy. Millie. Unity thing's whack. Yeah, I mean I've heard a lot of news about it. I heard essentially it was basically Unity trying to force their ad system on free apps and stuff was the entire goal of it, to take over the monopoly of whatever program normally does ads. I don't know. I'm not really a tech guy, I just play the games. What were today's leaks? Today's leaks, we got to hear about Amphitheater and a few of the changes to that, as well as Petrify changes. So Amphitheater, I think, is getting more stamina and special attack. It's also losing Infectious and gaining Settling. We also got told that Settling will be changed in some way, because physical Amphitheater is not really a thing. So it wouldn't get used out of current Settler. Petrify is now back to 2-hold, a little bit higher stamina costs, but it'll actually overexert the opponents for a turn, which is super cool. You don't think any of the patches were bad, it's just that they failed to acknowledge issues? I don't know. I think 1.4 was pretty bad. Because not only did you have the whole blue screen issue, but you added a whole bunch of useless, or you killed a whole bunch of like niche, interesting moves. Mercy has been solid. You like that part? Just tons of issues piled on. More patches with no major fixes. Just adds more bugs and pushes others down. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I haven't run into too many game affecting bugs. Ran into the tireless bug the other day. I hope they get that fixed. That was awful. It does kind of... It is really sad when you do run into something that ruins a game. Settling will be special attack and attack. Was that confirmed, or is that just what everyone's guessing? I feel like they could change how it works entirely, because people don't like the whole system of free buffs. Leaks are cool and interesting, but we don't need more cool and interesting stuff. We need to fix the current problems. Definitely. I 100% agree. I love cool and interesting stuff, but the fact remains that people are still just gonna go and default back to the main Tolkien, Turok, Adora, whatever else is consistent and strong, because so much stuff. Every one turn for settling, make it OP, please no. Blue screen Shween buff was objectively bad, but the game felt the freshest it had ever been. Too much niche stuff was removed and nerfed for no reason. I would still love... I actually really wish Acronox still had paralyzing poison, so that I could run like a stall Acronox next patch. That would be so much fun. 1.4 was good, except blue screen 1.4.2 was really bad. 1.4.2 really didn't address any of the big issues, and only made the current issues worse. You gotta... Well, I mean, I guess it fixed Shween. That was really the big thing. I'm glad y'all are chatty. It's hard to keep up. I'm surprised this team is so weak to Toxic, honestly. When in doubt, ban the natures. Blue screen is the first month of the patch for starters, Stall a third. Imagine stall patch with 0 stall teams at the end of the patch. Kind of interested for a good mid-season patch, since mid-season they're almost 4 months now. Wish they reset ranks every 2 months. Fair. You don't mean to complain, you like the game more than Pokemon Comp. Seems all the major stuff to fix comp is a good 1 to 2 years away. Yeah. The patch would have to be really bad for me to quit. I'm probably going to stick at least through Worlds, but after Worlds, they're going to have some really good news for us. Arcade Bar ain't going to be enough for me to want to play for like the 3 or 4 months of downtime. And create rewards. Very happy 1.4.2. Then went on 27 win streak. You still think saying the team Matt and Urem got top 3 in MSI weren't a stall? It's a massive stretch. Everyone has different views of stall, and that's kind of the issue. I should have banned Momo. I should have banned Momo. I picked Orphil so I didn't have to ban Baboy. Oops. Lots of stat sticks, green circles, yeah. That's certainly common right now. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. My opinions on stall seem to kind of vary. All I know is that Platt wrecked me. You miss me making content? I'm making content as much as I can. Brockom's going to be really nice against 2Kai Grumper, even be solid against Momo. My plan's actually just to swap in 2-wire here, Nox bomb the Auhi, and then bring in 2-wire and turbine it next turn. Insanely difficult to PvP and stream. I don't normally have much issue with it, but for what it's worth, the chat's usually less active. This is the first match in a while where I've been like, huh, this is a bit rough. Between stream snipers and 20 plus backseaters is a challenge. I don't know. If people are really stream sniping me, they're welcome to. I don't care about wins that nearly that much. You don't think I've suffered the wrath of 20 plus backseaters like B has? I mean, maybe during like Dojo Wars I could see it, because it's still... Oh, the Aohi swapped. Living proof, some... Because I'm top 4, play well without complaining. Ugh, enough war. Yuck. I do my best for you guys. Ah, shoot. Thoughts on Turok? Oh. I did not expect the move flank to be faster than me. That's actually really bad. I know I... shoot. No, I died. Yeah. This is gonna be really rough. His speed tiers are like perfect to counter mine. Saw Tatter PvP. It's like dang good knowledge. I thought no thought too many messages. Thoughts on Turok? I don't think Turok's bad. It's really consistent. But I don't think it needs nerfs. I don't think it's super crazy strong. It's just more consistent than everything. I think all the 2-wire evolutions need to be looked at. 2-wire evolutions. This is a max speed move flank. That is so unfortunate. Inky just dies to knock back now and the game's over. I guess I had to Inner Spirit and T-Strike and hope that killed. He went for the Broccolum. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I literally can't keep up. I hope this Grumper doesn't have Mud Shower, but it probably does. Nice. Outspeed the Sludge Gift. So I basically have to hope he swaps here. He didn't swap. That's crazy. Spreader and he's faster. But I outsped the Grumper! I think I still have this. Because I outspeed his Matter Teleport. And Fiery Soul never kills or helps him survive. See, I can sort of talk to chat while playing a match. It's okay. I thought I was doomed. GG. If that was Hydrologist 2Kai, I would have lost. Because he would have one-shot my Grumper. Just so everyone knows. I'm glad I fixed the chat so all the people watching on YouTube can actually read it a lot easier now. So even if I can't keep up, everyone else can read for themselves if I can't read all the messages out. Got a bounce doing your first diving course? Ooh, that's fun. Oh, thanks for stopping by. And catch you later. Oh, I gotta stop into more of your streams. I'll see you for sure, though. Nervous? That's fair. I was always nervous when it came to diving, but if it's a specific course for it, then they got like trained professionals there. They can always help you do things right. $16-foot pool to start, got an hour out of the pool and an hour in the pool. That's probably good, just to like learn all the positioning and stuff. I remember vaguely going through that in high school. It's kind of like beginner how to dive. Here to the ocean. Yeah, you never know what's gonna nip at your toes. I'm not really afraid of sharks much in the ocean, but but like a turtle just nips off your toe. I know that like there's so many fish with really sharp fins and scales and stuff. You could get a really nasty cut and have no idea. You're supposed to be afraid of turtles now? It's not like they intentionally do it, but like it's an animal still. You can threaten it. I mean, they're snapping turtles can actually bite off your toe. You ever seen a video of them alligator snapping turtles? Those things are brutal. They look super awesome though. It's like sometimes there's like tons of bodies of water in Minnesota, literally a land of 10,000 lakes. You can catch like little cute turtles on sidewalks and patches. I say patches of grass. That sounds like I'm talking about Pokemon, but like or like Temtem, but no, it's just spots of grass you'll find turtles. And it's just like you always got to be scared of picking them up. I think it's like snapping turtles have spiked shells, so the soft shell ones you're fine, but I'm always a little bit cautious. They can still nip at you. Sharks are the least of the worry. Snapping turtles, anything that goes in the mouth zone is gone. Exactly. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Went to Philippines. You got peer pressure into going into water even though you're really against it. And you got stung by a jellyfish. Oh no. Hopefully it was just like a... I don't even know. I know some jellyfish are really dangerous, but I know other kinds are just kind of still painful, but not nearly as dangerous. I actually love it, like sea creatures and sea life and stuff. I just never wanted a career with it. Can I create a new code for the current team? I plan to do that, but I'm going to wait until after this weekend. Because I don't want to reveal my exact... Like, I don't want my opponents to have easy access to my team code during the regional tournament. That would put me at a bigger disadvantage than I'm already at, because everyone can just stop in and watch all of my content for free. But at the same time, the day after the tournament is the patch, so... I am probably just not going to release this code. I mean, I can, it's just going to be outdated. And there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff next patch, so yeah, sorry. Time period where the dangerous ones aren't there, but it was painful. Yeah, I can imagine. At least it wasn't a stingray or something. Fascinated by the ocean sea creatures. You're also terrified of it. Let's just play a little Subnautica, right? That'll get you over. I mean, increase your fears. most things that scare you from the ocean are the currents that can drag you away. Yeah. I'm not even sure if Michael Phelps would stand a chance against those. The amount of pressure those things have, it's insane. I guess I should have asked. B, if you're still here, is it just a normal diving course? Or you're like talking scuba diving? I didn't even consider that. That's why everyone was talking about this. My brain just had too much Temtem on the brain. Like scuba diving is really awesome. That's probably what you were saying, and I just brain fail. Afternoon. If you only had enough money for one perfect time out of Pico, Cycrox, or Broccoli, which one would you pick? So I love Drakash's Luma. Personally, out of the favorite, like design-wise, Cycrox is my favorite, and I think Broccolum has the most flexibility in comp. I think Broccolum next patch is going to be top tier. Like once we see Adoro get nerfed to the ground, hopefully, I'm hoping it does. Then I think it's just going to rise up in use. Plus, when people aren't required to bring multiple toxics on each team to counter the fishing aggro, that also helps its usage. Adoro nerf is huge copium. You're right, they're just going to lower its special defense by another 2 points. Drakash probably isn't getting nerfed anytime soon either. It's probably only receiving buffs, just because it's kind of been in a rough spot, and it's certainly not in a great one now. But it's actually cool now that it has Dust Vortex. Might see a bit more use. What is fishing aggro? That's just the name for the Nature Koish Babawa Mimit Mastion teams. The super fast ones that destroy anything that's not a toxic type. Ew, what is this? I don't like this team. I don't have any great answers to a lot of this stuff, because he can lead like Hazrat Oshiara, Mimit Inky, or Shaolan Inky. And he's got blue side. This is my best option. I am pretty sure that Grumper can live one soul shout. It's just a question of, does he know that my Grumper's fast enough to kill his Inky? Do I believe in attack pig? I think it's interesting. I think that's about where it ends. Friendship's a cool trait. It's just that pig doesn't offer enough pressure on anything to really matter. If you're going for an offensive bruiser, there's just so many better options. I'm gonna have to sack at least one of my Tolkien counters on lead here, so that's why I have to ban the Tolkien. You look at Adoro, Platimus, Turok teams and be like, double pig goes in there. It just doesn't hit things neutrally. at all, though. It's not gonna really outspeed Platamus. You still have to deal with Toxin Shower shenanigans, which sucks. Turbo once. I suppose that's true, yeah. Ugh. This matchup is so bad. I'm glad we got... Oh, I didn't change my win rate. I'm glad we got 2 wins to start, because I don't think this one's gonna be. So I used to run support moves. So what do you just run? Like Debris Typhoon, Oshi, Turbine, and then Turbo? My opinion, which Chromions are worth. So the Chromions are actually, or at least, yeah, the Chromions are getting reworked in a week. So I really couldn't say today because we don't know which ones are going to be strong in a week. Everything that we know could change regarding them. Hello, Laura Weaver, welcome. You think Pig's underrated because everyone's used to it being a no attack move support bot? I mean, it has like best of 1 value, but even so, if you see a Pig with no raid boss options on a team, like you're probably gonna think it's offense Pig, especially if there's multiple physical wins for Debris Typhoon synergies. I like nothing to do with Volfi, I just realized. I don't even have any swaps to the double in turn 1. I should have sludge gifted it. I didn't know how squishy this Shell Knight was gonna be. I needed to deal half so that I could T-strike freely with Inky. Adam, hello, welcome. Another close game yesterday. You thought you might win with Grumper Smash? Yeah, I thought you had that one for sure. You wondering if you should try and buy some Chromions while they're not expensive? Honestly, I don't think they're going to go up in price. I think if anything, more people are actually going to breed them because they'll be useful and they'll be competing with themselves for prices. So, or competing with each other, so prices should go down. I just wouldn't take the risk right now because you could end up investing like 100k Pansuns in a couple Chromions and then all of a sudden they're the worst ones after the patch. I'm surprised he aquatic the Inky. He has Martial Strike. That's a weak move. You like this one, Lore? Yeah. Well, I remove Hook specifically for this reason. He's basically free to Toxin Shower. And Sludge Gift. So I have to predict that. Oh, squishy Volphy. The math on striking him is just bad now. Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Why didn't I Toxic Ink? I could have Venom Spread then, or at least threatened it. I'm a bit surprised to see the Inky Sack. But that works for me. Hey, Dio. It almost tanked the Nicho. It's not a max attack side pad, actually. Because I want to have enough HP to live like Matter Teleport from Sambi, enough stamina to have a 3-turn rotation, and speed to outspeed Hedgen. Spread leak? I pretty much leak my spreads whenever, but people have to search through every individual video to find them. Speed creeping for Tem CS? You're welcome to. If he plagues Chromion right now, I think I lose. I have to outspeed with Turbine. I have DC beam in the back. I know, I know. Why resting? For stamina. Because if the Volphy plagued my Chromion, I would have OX'd on Chromion, not had a Turbine up on Turok, And he would have freely been able to Toxin Shower on Platimus to have the evasion up for when Inky came on the field, which I could not allow him to do. So I'm sorry I couldn't explain my whole thought process. I was... I was trying to come back from that awful situation. But GG's. Some people were complaining about Toxin Shower today. You don't see it as a problem. You just... yeah, no, Toxin Shower is the big problem. Or at least I don't like it. It's so much value. I could have easily just lost the match to Toxin Shower there. It at minimum needs a stamina cost increase. Like, if you don't... it should cost like 23 stamina minimum, in my opinion. Probably more like 26. And yeah, hello, welcome. Like, you rested for stamina. If I OX on Chromion, I wouldn't have died. And I wouldn't have killed the Platimus. So I would have just allowed the Platimus to get a double kill, because Chromion couldn't attack it to break the evasion, and he could have very easily killed Turok with the health it had left. And then it didn't matter if I outsped on Inky, because he had evasion. He's supposedly putting a link to the weekly leaderboard update, but you'll wait a bit to see if I hit 3. Spoiler alert, that's not gonna happen. Not yet. So what I know that Shirk said he was like 12 or 13 wins into rank 4 or into rank 3 and he hadn't passed Argon. But he now passed him. So I've got at least like 10 wins to go. Well, the only potential difference is Shirk plays at a time when there's not a lot of players online, so he could find much lower matchups, lower ranked matches, which would result in less TMR gains. But I've been finding quite a few legend players in my matches. So, because Logan, he's a legend 7, wow. Rank 8. B flattened was a bit lower, but yeah. Hello, Workman, welcome. Yeah, I love Pup Boy, Slowaddle, both of them are cool. It's the first low percent Luma I want to go for. Gialis would probably be second just because I like bugs and, you know, it's a Mantis. I think I forgot to queue up. Yeah. We've had some really close matches today, though. These match number 9, you can't even find who's number 9. It's probably an alt. You know most of the alts by now, so I have no idea who those would be. It's not incognito mode, right? Is it any of the guys in New Starts Club? I know there's a club of like 3 alts. That's 40. I don't know how high ranked these guys are. 3 flowers, 53. And yeah, I don't know. Like, you've got Tahone's new account, Dinkelberg, right? I don't think he's that high of ranked, but maybe he is. He's 31. Close, not quite. I haven't run into a whole lot of unfamiliar names. Actually, I think there was somebody yesterday. Oh, Oh man, their name's escaping me. I think Starla matched against him. I think that would be your number 9. It's actually not an ult. It's just a player I've never heard of before. I was surprised because they're so high ranked. But maybe they're on there, and I just wasn't aware of them. They weren't in a club either. Matched with someone with no club yesterday. Yeah, maybe it was the same person. I want to say their name was like something blue. Lucas, hello, welcome. You go check Starla's screenshot history. Oh, that. Forgot she does that. That might actually work. Yeah. I could be remembering wrong too, and they were just a low legend, but I was surprised to see a legend that I hadn't matched against at all. I figured it may have been a Pacific player that just woke up early and did a couple matches before work or something. No! How am I supposed to kill these now? I don't even know. Does Pup Boys have lower defense or physical defense or special defense? Yeah, there's lower special defense. I guess I'll go grab like 2 Fiery Soul users or something. You don't think we... Yeah, I mean, even if I haven't matched somebody, I still like know a lot of main players in the community. Like I know all of you guys. I know everyone who participates in Club Wars, talks in comp chat and all that. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a returning player, or maybe somebody that changed their name. I don't think I have any Fiery Soul users. Luma. Yeah, I mean Auhi. That actually works. What is this moveset? Nibble. I was cooking someday. New slingshot? Nibble anyone? Oh, Peter. Ooh. I think the Fiery Soul animation is faster than Harmful Microwaves just by like a fraction. That's why I'm going with Fiery Soul. Fantastic! Woo! Kinda have to ban the Mawala. I'm glad I'm on orange side this time, otherwise I would have been forced to ban Hedgen. Even so, this looks like a Saipat lead. Because I'm gonna have to use a water move on the Arachne. I should have gone Orphill actually. This is okay though. I'm sacking Saipat on lead, so I'm banning Hedgen. Yeah, dang it, I definitely should have picked Orphil. Now I gotta worry about him T-striking the Chromion. Plus Lawali is a big issue. I might just be screwed. Last time I won because he just Tesla prisoned my Grumper twice. Because it was at like 2%, but it still managed to heal me with Inductor. Yeah. He wouldn't have had any swaps. Yeah, this was really troll. I think I just kind of gotta pay for my mistake now. He's a good play. I. It's just the way his team works. It's not a consistent team. Like if you have E-Drink on a Tem, you don't have to ban Moala. And then you can ban Gazuma or something else. I don't have E-Drink on any of these Tems, so I have to ban it. Because if I ban Gazuma and I have a counter to Moala, what does he do? If you have more than one Digi and you ban Moala or Gazuma, what does he do? Or even just a camo user that's faster than Moala. Oh shoot. I completely forgot that Sparks goes first. Well, he went. Well, he went for the priority to try and kill. Should have used binary. Cancel out the fat burner. Give me at least a bit of an edge. Oh, the turbo. This is so rough. He just has a prison Psypat now. And then Lawali gets a Hypoxia and Chromion. And then there's still the Arachnite in the back. I'm gonna need Broccolum to deal with Arachnite, but it's gonna have to lose almost its entire health bar to do that. I live this, but it takes like 80-90%. No. Oh, it's a bulkier Lawali. Interesting. you would have swapped out the Lawali there just for Grumper. Yeah, that is going to help significantly later. I still have to deal with Arachnite, which is going to have to be, like, here. I hope Tesla Prison... I hope I live the Tesla Prison, and I hope it puts me in range to die from my own OX. Oh, he does... Even... Oh no, I disabled his Fat Burner! So he actually... Wow. Because the Fat Burner was disabled, he had enough damage to be able to finish me off. That's kind of nuts. I know I live like a 2-vine turbine. I don't know if I live a Zalbian one though. I think I just stay in anyways. That was way stronger. Well, then I just take a risk. That last play really screwed me. Disabling the... Like 15% of your offensive power is actually a lot. Live. Yeah, I guess I should have swapped into Brocklin there, because then I just would have gotten the evasion. I still don't know if the Orphil's... I don't remember if the Orphil's faster than the Tutsu or not, though. Okay. I wasn't expecting to outspeed the Arachnite there. His melee moves down. There might be a chance. Does he have double gash? Oh, I don't even take the risk. I don't play a guy. I T-strike. You can nimble, but are you trying to wrenching massage? Nox bomb, that doesn't help at all. Wow, GG. And all these matches that just look doomed. I really love the squish Pookie. Why is it always the crying one too? Is that just the best squished one? I see. Oh, that game could have gone so many different ways. 4 wins into 4th place. Oh, here he is. Thought about C-Spike and Grumper, but you thought you were fast already. I thought he might have been for sure. Yeah. I I know like some streamers have like a heart rate monitor that they show on screen. Like for some of these intense matches, it would be really funny. But I don't think that's something I'm gonna do. Certainly not in the near future. I still like to keep the mindset of just play the game for fun. Because if you're not having fun with a game, like you're in the wrong place. Like just go work instead. It's more productive. Should have played a save, brought Gosmo instead of Spider just to get some Tesla prisons off. Yeah, that's actually interesting because he thought he should have C-spiked a C-spike into. That would have been interesting. Ike would have won. Yeah, yeah, it would have because he had Nox Bomb and that did half my Broccolum's health. But for what it's worth, I also threw when I didn't save or fill. So we just kind of evenly traded fails. You get nervous choking and pick ban more than anything because you're so bad at it, but the actual gameplay you're good. But at that point it's too late. See, I'm the other way around. I can play the entire game pretty solid up until like the last 3 or 4 turns, and then I just collapse. Because I'll think I'm ahead and I get cocky, and I'll end up making a bad play, not seeing the winning line for my opponent, or I'll be so far behind, and I just give up. When in reality, I could have played off my opponent's mistakes. We're at 200 in the Pup Waste radar though, so could get a Luma in the next 100. Just practice the team so much pick ban's automatic. That's what I gotta do here because when I run out of time talking to you guys, all of a sudden it's like, oh, when in doubt, ban the nature. Like having one type your team's really weak against isn't great. But at the same time, it can be nice, at least for pick ban, and it's when it's a type that's as uncommon as nature is in this meta. It helps a lot because it's like over half the teams you see are gonna have triple toxic, at least meta ones for sure. So, like natures just aren't real welcome here. Not to mention the Tolkien and all Hazrad's dual typed, but fires exist as well. Just so y'all know, I probably only got another game or two. I was only planning on streaming for about 2 hours today. The college actually has a board game club, and they're meeting tonight. I mean, I guess it's just kind of like a general game club. Because we're going to play Jackbox with the big group tonight. Like, I know y'all come for Temtem content, but if y'all like the community too, like I do have all the Jackbox packs, and we could totally do a Jackbox thing online sometime. I think y'all like Temtem content, so that's what I'm here for. How OP settling amp will be? I think relaxed is still going to be the better, or the more optimal trait. I mean, +2 special attack isn't to be ignored. I don't know, we'll have to see. I don't think it'll be used a whole lot though. Can't do a PG Jackbox. We can just have a warning on stream. But yeah, that'd be something off in the future. Board game stream would be a bit more difficult. I know that there's simulators and stuff, but I don't know. Destroy and TKO. It'd be cool to see what kind of Temtem designs people would put on t-shirts. So I think they were just There were two creeper songs in a row. Sorry about that. It's just background music for like darker themes. I could remove those if y'all don't like it. Facing off against Toadline though. I know this is a water custodian Nagais, so I don't need to ban it. Like Inky just eats that for breakfast. They good? Just thought you. No, nope. Just got unlucky a couple of them in a row. They do kind of sound similar. It's made by the same composer, so it'll make sense for sure. I don't know. I don't face a team like this often. I'm gonna ban the Pocus. Banning out at least one of his mentals kind of removes some deluge synergy, and I know that that Pocus has slowdown. He has a whole bunch of options to put me at a disadvantage turn one, and since I don't have energy drink, it does make things more difficult. Rocklam's gonna be a nice choice here. For sure. I'm glad I'm blue side. Being blue side against a Shelllant always helps. Like Shellant's one of the Tems where if you're running it in your team, you almost always want blue side. Because you can just pick it first and then pair it with whatever you want. That's so too, but Kipkensky always demanded orange side versus you. Well, I think a lot of Dark Knights have like mastered the Showland, so maybe there's more to it than I think. But at least for any players just kind of starting out with a Showland team or getting used to it, it's probably better to go for blue side. Max special attack Chromion. I have to be really heavily invested in bulk for this Lowaddle to survive. And Inky and Volphy can't specifically do anything to Chromion. You might help coaching sometime. I won't be able to do it on this stream, but I can definitely help you out sometime for sure. You just shoot me a message on Discord, that would be easiest. I'll just leave the notification there until I'm able to schedule a time to work with you. Psypat's gone. If this was a max speed Lowale, Orphil would have been really in a rough spot. I can deal with his crystals a bit with my earths. I do not want Inky. I don't think I want Inky this game, but maybe I do. No, I don't. I don't want Inky. This is a rough team. I think he spent a long time crafting for this team. And it's a really awesome team. I just don't have a good counter against it, especially since I had to ban Pocus since I don't have an energy drink user. I think I did squeeze out a positive lead. Honestly, I should probably just swap out Broccolum. What's this song from? No idea. It's from Pokemon Whack, but I'm pretty sure that I can never tell which ones are remixes or if they're just originals from us, or if they're from another game. I'm gonna swap in Turok to get the hold off of Turbine. Nothing ever wants to take a harmful. Even if the Lowaddle may have lived, I do have the Marbles proc on it for a little bit of bonus damage, which is cool. See, yeah, he's taking a lot of time to think, because I do have a lot of flexible options here. He can either keep the Lowaddle in and deal a lot of damage to my Broccolum if I were to keep, which is really important. But at the same time, if he swaps it out, he takes a lot of damage. He does swap. Yeah, see, if I kept Broccolum in there, I could have one-shot Mudrid. Oh, Volphy also swap. Super interesting. I mean, I really don't need Turok here. Chromeon's also super strong. Not a DA Naga? Yeah, Toad's actually on my team for the league community tournament, so I know his team fairly well. Not to mention I faced him on ladder a ton of times. Pretty sure his actual Naga is no ban and then like a goofy face. So, okay, so he's double swapping here to get the Welcomer proc. Good play. Oh no, not the Lowaddle. Not the Lowaddle. Wookie Chromium. Oh my goodness, he lived. Wookie Chromium must be like the bane of his existence. No, it doesn't have his custom names. He must have changed the spreads around. Didn't feel like doing that on with actual fruits and smoothies. What did he ban to let Chromion get away with this? I think he banned 2-wire like 90 or 80% of other people who face me with this team. Not the roots! I have 0 speed on this Chromion! It does actually help him though. For outspeeding my Turok Turbine. 241 times 0.8 means I lose like 48 speed. Trying to quick math without a calculator sucks. I think I'm like 193 times 1.5 for... means like 95. It's like 188 or something. Oh, I didn't notice the fat burner on the shell ant. That's funny. It didn't feel like a max speed shell ant though. Toad. You have to attack me at some point. He's... Oh no, he keeps trying to get good board states and predict me, but I'm just clicking buttons. Yeah, he's really over swapping. I mean, he's just trying to predict me. It's just the problem is that his entire team loses or can't hit Chromion. Or loses, yeah. Road to rank 1. uh, rank 1 probably isn't going to happen, at least this season. I could consider it next season or something. But at the start of the season, I always like to theory craft a bunch and come up with a whole bunch of goofy teams. So, GG's, Toad. Maybe it was a bit of a worse matchup for you than I had anticipated. Priority's like 204 or something. Yeah. It's going to be hard enough to break into top 3. This is another loud song. Sorry about that. Trying to turn it down, but it's like not going down. It's like sound lag or something. I think I got time for one more match. See if we can get the 6-0. Already has the power. Needed to be louder. Oh, you like this one? I just, it looks like it looks on my soundbar like it was way louder than the rest. Kyle Zalbian didn't want Oko your midi with E-Punch? Really? It did seem like a pretty tanky Zalbian when I hit it. 250 HP. Oh, I mean, Midi's got really solid defensive stats. All right. What's Kunder's cooking? He had like half a meta team and half something else. I remember in the tournament. I only saw parts of it though. Midi has more defense than Tatter. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Gotta love Midi. Crema bullying again? Yeah, at least give him till the update. If it's a bad update, then they deserve it. But I've got hope. Ninja still 2-wire Platimus a wreck. Oh, that's not his tournament team. That is certainly cooking. Is that something positive? Yeah, sometimes it's a bit more difficult. I like the Petrify change. I think that's cool. I think there's going to be a TemCS Season 2. That depends on the next 2 balance patches, I bet. At least, maybe just the one, because we're going to be stuck in it for the rest of the 2023 year. Because if we start losing players like we did this time, I don't think they're going to restart it up again. But I mean, there's always potential. It also depends on stuff like how this Unity thing goes and how far they're in development of their other game. Shouldn't have happened this year either. Yeah, I think they just had to do something to drag some players back from the Scarlet and Violet player base. Or no. When did TemCS start? Did it start in January? Yeah, okay. So that was, I thought it may have started even earlier than that for a second. The other game are they working on? We have no idea. All we know is that they are working on another game. That's all we know. We also know that Krem is a small company, so any kind of split that they do between their resources means they got a lot less to work with Temtem wise. But like they are a company and they got to continue making new stuff. I think if they just refined Temtem, maybe they could have saved it a long time ago. I don't know. Yeah, maybe the first tournament was in January, like a Pacific Regional or something. But then the other ones weren't until March. I know that they changed the timing between tournaments after the first batch. If issues with running the game proper, you can't blame them for having a poor tournament advertisement. Yeah, they got bigger issues, that's for sure. Do I want to fight you? You need more feathers. It really would just be a feather donation. You got the perfect counter to my team. You've got the Nagais Moala Tyrannac core. You just wanted them to launch a new Tem species per season. I just don't think that would change anything. It would be cool and give the players that are here more to look forward to, but it's nothing that would get players to come back, I don't think. And it wouldn't make players that don't like the game stick around. It's not like players are quitting because they don't like the designs. In fact, one of the things I always hear that's a plus about Temtem is that the designs in this game are fantastic, so... Oh, well, I appreciate the TMR donation. It almost feels a little anticlimactic if that's what puts me into 3. Game is blindingly obvious fundamental issues, particularly with endgame. Yeah. Yeah. Issue in the end comes down to them not deciding early if they want a single or multiplayer. Oh, I definitely agree with that. Partial. I mean, there was, honestly, there's a whole bunch of places they could have gone better. I feel like they almost started they definitely started releasing stuff too fast before they had a set plan in place. So then once things started developing, they just didn't have a solid direction and kind of split too many ways, leaving, rather than having like one specific strong area, they had a whole bunch of weaker ones. No, Lore Weaver, that one doesn't count. I have enough time for one more, probably. If the queue gets too long, it's kind of cutting it close, but I'll make it work for you guys. Pokemon also improved, and we would not be here if Pokemon had no RNG. It's not just the RNG in Pokemon that bothers me, it's also the fact that some Pokemon literally have higher stats. But I probably wouldn't have looked for another option had Pokemon truly been like the perfect creature collector from the start. Game's not any more multiplayer than Pokemon, though. In its current state, yeah. Yeah. Need to fund new content, which there isn't any. Alright, our last match. Let's see how it goes. Strikes. This is a player I have not seen in a long time. I have a bit of a slower team. I am hoping this isn't a half-full Scaravolt. I have to ban the Moments. I don't have any great options to hit it. No fighters. I guess Orphle would hit it pretty hard. Problem is I just don't want to gamble on that. I'm actually not sure if this player knows about my 2-wire Chromion combo, so we might be able to abuse that. Yeah. Got double Toxic and a possible Camo user with Nesla. The only thing he really has to hit Chromion is Scaravolt, so I'm kind of enticing him to bring the Scaravolts. And as long as he doesn't have the Volphy with, he can't handcuffs to push off the Nullified. Nesla's interesting. Almost makes me want to bring Orphle. Oh, why would I not bring Orphle here? What are they gonna do? So Turok is the only thing that can actually hit these two right now. Render could swap in and eat Toxic hits. We could, like, turn one, see a double swap. Oh, I think banning Turok's going to be the way to go. And then I have a lot of stuff in the back that can deal with all this garbage. Because, like, Inky's great against everything other than Scaravolt. Um... I think Brocklem's going to be better. I'm not sure. It's kind of like mediocre both ways. Neither one can hit Adoro. Adoro is going to be the biggest problem here, but I have both electrics. And Chromion currently isn't in any danger. I think on lead I have just such a huge advantage. I'm not sure he's going to be able to come back. Because there's not a chance this Nestle lives Nox Bomb. And then I just harmful. So even if the Adoro swaps in, it still takes tons of damage. Danbei also can't hit Inky. It's also like Brocklem's best board technically, so if I wanted to save one of these two, I could. I just worse than Chromion takes is a Water Blade and a Sludge Gift, which is maybe half, maybe? Unlikely though. He swaps the Volphy. Oh no. There's no way any Nestle lives this, right? Yeah, no, not a chance. Why did I even consider? That's his camo user down, so unless there's either a bait on the Scaravolt or the Sandbee, I can just Toxic Ink and Venom Spread next turn. Or just Harmful Microwaves again. What is this? See, this is how the team was designed to go. But obviously it never really works out that well. Yeah. Yeah, I probably would have done the same in his position. A bit anticlimactic to end things off. However, that is 6, effectively 7 wins in a row. So we are well into preserving our spot in rank 4 and probably reasonably close to rank 3. I don't know how many more wins we need. We didn't lose a single match today, which is awesome. And thank you, Rorwick, for not having us lose a match today. I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow, but Wednesday I'm not, like, I got some assignments due this week, and then Wednesday is the final match for our bracket in the league community tournament. So hopefully somebody's able to cast that and y'all can spectate. If not, I'll probably do another recording like the one I did previously. Hope y'all, in case y'all want to watch that. So I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing another. I do have plans tonight, so I gotta end the stream here. I'm really glad you all showed up and you've been super active. This was actually one of the most fun streams I've had in a while, so I appreciate each and every one of you. But yeah, that's gonna be all for me tonight. So thank you all so much, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.